February is Black History Month, so each Friday, Fox Focus will take a look at some African Americans in Connecticut who are making a difference in the lives of others. John Selders of Hartford has spent a lifetime of giving back. He listens, counsels, and coaches. This month, he finds himself in front of a stage of actors, training them to share a message about freedom.
2, 3, here we go. Something down on the inside.
Bishop John Selders of Hartford is a man of the Lord, a minister, educator, and in this case, musical director of A Midnight Cry at the Hartford Children's Theater.
The very first thing I want them to do is to understand the lyric and the music. Secondly, in understanding the music, you have to understand where the music comes from. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Remember we talked about the songs many of these songs have double meanings. What could that song mean?
One of Selders' students is 13-year-old Khadijah Lewis, who plays Lida.
Lida is a central character. She's the one who's brave enough to risk her life and leave the plantation to try to search out a place that she's unfamiliar with called freedom. Through
the lyrics and dialogue, Khadijah says life as a teenager from East Hartford in the 21st century is worlds apart from her characters.
The slaves went through a lot of hard times, so I believe that I should appreciate the fact that I am being able to be free and have all the things that I have now.
This is Khadijah's first time acting on stage. For John Selders, life before others, whether it be from the pulpit or in front of a chalkboard, is a chance to bring us all together.
John Selders' church is called the Amistad Church. So he wants to look at the history of blacks and whites, how they've worked together to overcome oppression.
In many cases, slavery is an unresolved issue in our country. And that through the arts, through theater and music, we can retell this story and revisit this story and maybe even spark interest from people to have their own personal conversations.
Stand by.
A Midnight Cry, the Underground Railroad to Freedom, will be performed at the Hartford Children's Theater at 360 Farmington Avenue next Friday through February 26th. For ticket information, you can call the Hartford Children's Theater box office at 860-249-7970, extension 16, or log on to fox61.com and click on links.
Well, first, a group of Hartford students, each cast in a performance inspired by one of 3 of Coretta Scott King's award-winning books. Crossroads reporter Donna Walker tells us more about the Hartford Children's Theater.
The fountain is so beautiful. For whites only!
This is the Hartford Children's Theater Winter Vacation Performing Arts Program. Children in grades kindergarten through 8 act in performances inspired by one of 3 books, part of the Coretta Scott King Illustrator Honors Book Series.
One of the things that we've been saying is that our work this week is looking for ways to live our lives that would make Coretta Scott King proud.
In only 5 days, the children memorized their lines and synchronized their movements to act out the 3 books. Those in grades K through 2nd performed Visiting Langston by Willa Perdomo.
That book is basically a children's book about a little girl who's going with her father to the home of Langston Hughes. And so that group looked at that book. They learned a little bit about Langston Hughes and some things that are mentioned in the book, such as jazz and blues music, and they got to hear some of that music and dance to that music.
We were learning all of the things that we learned from the book.
The second book is Freedom Summer, written by Deborah Wiles and performed by the 3rd through 5th graders.
It's in the time just when the laws have started to change, and it's about a little boy who is so excited because all of a sudden he can go with his best friend to the town pool, and he's never been able to swim with his friend there before. And what happens is that the members of the community, in response to the law being changed, actually protest by filling the pool up with cement.
I learned that it could be very unfair, and it's just not right.
The 3rd book is Goin' Someplace Special by Patricia McKissack. Here the 6th through 8th graders act out props including a bus and a fountain.
On this journey, she comes across all of these obstacles. She has to sit in the back of the bus. She can't use a certain drinking fountain. She can't sit on certain benches because they're for whites only. And it's really a challenge for her to really make that journey. And at the end of the book, she's excited because she goes to the public library where all are welcome.
I like that you get to express your emotions in different ways, and you just get to be yourself.
Besides learning how to act, the Hartford Children's Theater encourages friendship. Parents say it's a great way for kids to discover and embrace diversity.
I think the best way to teach your children is to educate them about what happened in the past and how wrong it was, and how to avoid that happening again. And there are things today that still go on that are reminiscent of our past, not quite as terrible. But it's good to let your kids know how far we've come and still that there's more to go.
Understanding the materials that they're reading and what they're performing is very important to us because it all has a very pointed message, and that is that we are all together on this planet, all one people, working towards the same thing, which is happiness and friendship and community. And at Hartford Children's Theater, we really hope that we embody all of those things.
I'm liking it because it's so much fun.
Through acting, the Hartford Children's Theater personalizes the segregation the characters in the books endured, which highlights the children's minds to the fact that we're all created equal. In West Hartford, I'm Donna Walker reporting for Crossroads Magazine.
This program is a great way to educate and inspire children about the great advances in civil rights over the past 50 years, and at the same time teaches them the discipline and the joys of a great art form, theater.
Okay, joining me now, Michael Campbell from the Children's Theater in downtown Hartford. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mark. It's a pleasure to be here this morning.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
So we've got a lot of exciting things going on right now in downtown Hartford with the Children's Theater?
There's always something happening at Hartford Children's Theater. We are presently performing a production of Heidi, starring Nora Holland here.
Hello.
And Heidi is a wonderful classic story, and Nora has been doing a fabulous job starring in that production.
So how old are you?
8.
8 years old?
Yeah.
What do you think of all this?
I like it a lot. It's fun.
Yeah?
Tiring too.
Oh, it's tiring?
Yeah.
Working many long hours?
Yes.
How long have you been doing this?
Not that long. I think about 2 weeks maybe.
Okay. And how long have you been performing as a young actress? A few years now maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
I think so.
Yeah, we start them off very young at Hartford Children's Theater, sometimes as young as 3 and all the way to age 17 and 18. And we have year-round programming, including our upcoming Summer Youth Theater educational program that's available to everybody as far away as Maine. They come to us. So.
Okay. And this has been going on since late April?
It has been. It runs through May 14th, and tickets are always available for our performances. We have a wonderful Carriage House Theater that's located right across the street from the Mark Twain House in Hartford. And we love having people come visit us, and this production is available Friday evenings at 7:30, Saturdays at 2 and 7:30, and Sundays at 2 o'clock. Great. And that's when Nora goes home, goes to bed, does her homework, and gets ready for another week of performances. So
we got some performances tonight.
Yeah.
Ready to go?
Yep.
All set? Lots of friends?
Yeah.
Good
a lot of friends in the audience tonight.
Outstanding. Good times. Well, thank you guys for both coming in. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And that's the latest from here. Irene, back into you.